Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of whatever this is. Just want to keep the ball rolling, so I'm just going to try to pump out episodes every week if I can, and just kind of talk about what's on my mind and share any projects I've been working on, and try to see what this kind of leads to. I have no idea what it's going to lead to. Hopefully something good, or at minimum bearable. But again, still try to get over the talking to the camera jitters alone in my studio at 6 in the morning, or 7:20 actually. I got up at 6 anyway. That's neither here nor there. But so stuff I've been working on this week. I've been working on by candlelight type logo. I had one when I put out my first 2 releases or 3 releases that I just hand drew. I think I'm going to try to splice in some versions of it here. And I liked it, but after I kind of finished it, I could see all the inconsistencies in the lettering and everything, and it just kind of bugged me a little bit. There is a quality about it I do like, but I don't know, something about it just seemed a little off. So I've been trying to work on reimagining that, and I also kind of have an alternate type logo that I have on my Facebook page and Bandcamp and all that good stuff. So that's again by Candlelight, my musical project that I've got on all streaming services, if anyone's interested. But yeah, working on that, and finally got back into the studio for some painting. I shared a post yesterday on Instagram and the other socials. I think it was Facebook or something. But yeah, so this summer I was hoping to do a lot more kind of summer themed paintings. My work tends to lend itself towards darkness, I guess one would say. I kind of by default consider myself a dark artist, but dark, surreal, what have you. But for I don't know, lately, so as I get older, I tend to lend myself towards the seasons more. I tend to be more inspired by the seasons, and I was hoping to come up with a lot of summer themed paintings to work on, dealing with like aquatic stuff, mermaids, octopus, things like that, kind of mythological lore type of stuff. But I only did one painting. So again, I'm trying to tease myself out of my shell a little bit, trying to become a little more prolific. I did not succeed on that this summer, but the summers are usually pretty hard for me in the studio because the studio gets pretty steamy and sunny in the summer. So, and I don't find myself being as creative in the summer. A lot of people love summer. I'm not a big summer guy. The reason being, I like being in my shell. I like to have a little cocoon to work in, and the fall and winter have proven the best for my creativity. I feel justified to just go in the basement and lose a day if I can. And being a natural introvert, yeah, it's just the ideal scenario. I mean, I have no windows in here. It's just my own world. As you can see, I kind of just make it my own world, and I feel in the fall and winter that I can fully do that. In spring as well, to some extent, because I kind of consider spring fall too. because it's, you know, the temperature is nice and cool and the sun could be a little bit warm from time to time. But the summer, on the other hand, it's just, God, it's awful. But I get it. Everyone likes it. I understand. And I do like the summer for what it is. You know, it is nice to be outside. And that's another thing. It's like, you know, I feel more drawn to be outside during the summer. So don't get in the studio too much. I did a little bit of, well, a little bit. One day I went outside and I painted some, a plein air painting of some flowers in our garden. But yeah, then the bugs are on you. I'm just a studio artist. That's what inspires me, is to dig into the studio, just kind of lose myself, put on some music or a movie in the background, and just go to town. But that said, I did create one little painting, and I'll share it here with you all. Let's see here. It's hard to frame. I did this octopus painting. I did have another design where it's taking down a ghost ship, but I wanted to start small at the time. I started this in July, and yesterday I guess it's done, because I'm just, you know, I think it's done. Of course, with any painting, you feel like you could do more, but no, I think this is fine. Yeah, it's just a fun painting, you know, just a fun little painting, and I partly inspired by this frame. We have a whole bunch of antique frames, and I'm trying to go through them and see what inspires a painting. So this is a very thin little frame, but I love this pattern here, and I just felt that really fit like an ocean. And I like the distress. Oops, everything's reversed when I look at here. I like the distress. I like that it looks old and antique, which it is, and this will fit like so. Voila, there it is. It's my only gripe is it's just not very formative. It's just not very, like, impressive as far as, you know, it's just thin, but for what it is, you know, that's fun. And that's another thing I'm trying to do more with my art is I've been very inspired by what are known as outside artists, just because I feel that they're way more sincere, and having, you know, trying to get into the art world for a while and having, you know, mild success here and there, it gets tricky. You get in your head a lot about, well, what am I going to paint, and what's going to be respected, and what sells for lots of money, and what will make me worthy in the eyes of the art world. And for so too many years, as much as I wouldn't want to admit it, that's always been on my mind as I'm creating work, and I'm trying to reconcile what I might naturally want to paint with what will be accepted, or what would be respected, or what shows growth, or the moment, or what's in the zeitgeist. And boy, that really messed me up for many years. It still kind of is in the back of my mind, if I'm completely honest. But as I get older, and I've realized that doesn't matter anymore. It really doesn't. You know, I'm able to have a roof over my head and food in my belly, and I can support my kid and family, and I'm lucky enough to be able to do that, but at the expense of this I don't know what it would be. Art career, this pie in the sky art career. It's just like, you see some movie when you're like 12 or something about successful artists, and I've got a gallery opening in New York City, and and you just think that you're going to be Salvador Dali or something, which I would never want to like take that dream away from anyone, but it's a very tricky thing to do. And it's not necessarily attainable. But with outside artists or outsider artists, they're just doing it. They're just doing what they want. They will do what they love, and that love is shown in their work. And and I don't know. It's just my motives have changed a lot. Well, they actually haven't. Well, my main motive is just to do art, and the second motive is to get the art seen. And the third motive is to sustain through art, sustain the process. But at this stage, I just want to be able to do the art and get the art seen. Hence, it's, I have to take advantage of all the things in front of me, like YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all that crap. Is kind of gross as it all can feel, I mean, this is awkward, but it's an incredible opportunity to get your voice out there and get your work seen. And I think, I don't want to squander it if it's available to me, but it does leave you in a vulnerable position, or make you feel awkward and gross or whatever. But you gotta get out there. You gotta do it. So here I am, and right now this is so. I had no real plan. I was just like, wake up and do the thing, and just say stuff. I'm hoping over time I'll get more in a rhythm, and this will become a little bit more engaging. And but right now I think it's just a matter of getting it done. But yeah, so worked on this yesterday. I'm pretty happy with it. If anyone's interested, DM me. I will sell this. I love it. I'll be happy to have it myself. But all the art is for sale. As always. I think what I might be doing too is just do a art of the week thing, because I have so much unseen paintings down here, so many unseen paintings down here. I should just be like, hey, this is another showcase, this is something else I'm working on, or this is what this meant to me at this time. And but yeah, for many years, just to get back on that topic, because I think it's pretty important for a lot of other artists. I'm sure there's a lot of other artists that are in my position too, and hopefully this video reaches you, where you've had grand plans and stuff, and you've done some stuff, but obviously once you start doing things, it doesn't ever really turn out the way you thought it would, or you might not even feel the way you thought you did, or but you still have that urge to create, and you feel like you have to justify it. And I just want to say, just do it anyway, just do it anyway. Find the time to do it, and do what feels right. And if you want to paint an octopus one day, you don't have to worry about how does it fit into the political scheme of the modern world, or what does this mean, sometimes it's enough, and don't be afraid of that. And I'm saying that like I have an authority, but I'm saying it to myself right now. And that goes for a lot of my work. And a lot of my work, I do feel sometimes I'll create things just to get the vision out in my head out there, but I don't know what it is or what it means to me. But later on, it'll start like decoding things in me that I never considered, or like art is. And also, I've had people come up to me with certain paintings that I've done for different reasons and have huge backstories of their own lives and what that means to them. And wow, that is such an amazing honor that I could ever receive. That I could make something and bring an emotion out in someone that's helping them process something that is worth more than anything. So that's just all the more reason to try to throw yourself in front of an iPhone and scream at the world, look what I can do. But yeah, it's just it's an amazing thing to have into this inclination, as hard as it can be. But anyway, I think I did enough rambling for this week. I'll be back next week with some other stuff. Really appreciate everyone that's tuning in, and as always, stay creative. Thank you. Bye.